Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast today. I am Rafli.
And I'm Faizul. Today we're going to discuss something quite interesting, Kyasu culture in the educational world.
That's right, this phenomenon is common among students, especially those in their final year of school or those who have just entered university.
So, first of all, what exactly is Kyasu culture?
Kiasu comes from the Hokkien language, which literally means fear of losing. In an educational context, it describes an extremely competitive attitude where someone works excessively hard to always be the best, sometimes even at the expense of their own well-being.
Wow, so this like people who always want to excel and don't want to left behind?
Exactly. For example, there are students who study non-stop without taking breaks just because they are afraid of getting lower grades than their peers. Some even take all the extra courses available just to appear superior.
Interesting. Now, in our school environment, do you think there are real example of Kyasu culture?
Plenty for intense. When exam announcements are made, suddenly everyone is intensely studying and competing for the highest score. Some even refuse to share their notes with friends because they are afraid of being outperformed.
So true. I've also seen friends who take multiple extra classes, not because they truly need them, but simply because they are afraid of being left behind.
Now, do you think the impact is more positive or negative?
Hmm, it actually has two sides. On the positive side, Kyasu culture can push someone to study harder and achieve better results.
Agreed. But if taken to extremes, it can lead to stress, anxiety, and even burnout due to excessive pressure.
Yes, I've also read that being too focused on competition can make people forget to enjoy the learning process and ultimately become unhappy.
Exactly, especially in university life, this pressure can become even greater. Some students constantly compare themselves to others, even to the point of staying up late every night.
You know, I recently read an article about how Kyoto culture is deeply embedded in some Asian societies, especially in places like Singapore. The educational system there is highly competitive, and students feel immense pressure to perform well.
That makes sense. I think cultural expectations play a huge role. If society values academic success above everything else, students will naturally push themselves harder to meet those expectations.
Right, and it's not just about exams. Even extracurricular activities can be affected. Some students join multiple clubs and competitions not because they're passionate about them, but just to build an impressive resume.
That's a great point. Universities and employers often look at extracurricular achievements as students feel pressured to do everything, but in reality, that too much can lead to exhaustion.
Exactly, and let's not forget about the impact on friendship. Sometimes casual cultures make students see their peers as rivals rather than friends. This can create unnecessary tension in school and university environment.
That's really unfortunate. Instead of supporting each other, some students focus too much on competitions. But I guess that's why balance is so important.
So, in conclusion, Kyosu culture isn't necessarily bad, but we need to know our limits. Competition is good, but not at the cost of our physical and mental health.
I agree. The key is to find a balance between effort, and rest. We shouldn't be too fixated on winning that we forget to enjoy the learning journey itself.
And it's important to remember that education isn't just about grades, it's also about gaining knowledge, building relationship, and developing as a person.
Absolutely. I hope today's discussions helps our listeners reflect on their own experiences with Kiasu culture and how they can approach competitions in a healthy way.
All right, that's all for today's podcast. We hope it's helpful and gives you a new perspective.
Thanks for listening. See you in the next episode.